few years ago, we purchased this property. It's 5 acres at the foot of the coastal mountain range in Oregon, and it needed work. The people who had bought it before, who had lived in it before, had pretty much destroyed the property. They had way too many animals. There was hardly anything growing. They had piles and piles of manure and piles of tires and garbage and you name it. So we've come a long way. Let's take a quick circle here. We've come a long way in bringing it back to a more natural state. Made the house much more welcoming and inviting. We have it as an Airbnb. People love the Airbnb. They enjoy their time here. They all say they enjoy it. But there's so much more potential for this property. And we were going to sell it, but we love it. We love coming here. We love hosting family here. We love going down to the creek and exploring. We love to see the differences, the changes as the seasons change. But we're not getting enough out of this property to really to justify keeping it. And so I know there's a lot more that this property can provide in terms of income for us, but also enjoyment for other people. And so that's what we're going to try to do. That's what I'm going to try to do with a little bit of help from my wife and hopefully help from whoever decides to watch this series. I want to make it a place that people can come and enjoy and rest and relax, in part because of the setting and in part because of the animals, which means I need the animals to feel comfortable and relaxed in this setting as well. It's in the forest, so there's already lots of birds we've caught on camera, coyote and fox and possum and raccoon and squirrels and hawks. Lots and lots of birds live around here. The creek provides habitat for birds, I think otters, fish, all the things that hang out with the creek. But up above, during the summer especially, it's dry, and it doesn't bring the type of life that we want it to bring. And so there are lots of ideas that I have for it. Bringing water features in is a big part of it so that we can have birds come and enjoy the water, dragonflies, amphibians, and people too. The water should provide an opportunity for the animals to come and congregate, but it should also provide an opportunity for people to come and rest and congregate as well, because water is like a source of life for everybody. And so there's opportunities that I want to try to build some ponds, some water features for the sounds of running water, for bringing in plants. I'd like to create an area where this area doesn't grow grass very well once the summer hits. You can see that grass definitely grows in the fall or in the spring. The rains come on, we get lots of rain, we get lots of grass to grow. But then we don't get much rain through the summer, and the ground is very rocky, and so we don't have a good opportunity for grass, which is fine, like lawn grass. The tall grasses give it a nice tall dead grasses give it a nice natural look. We're getting more and more wildflowers as we let it grow this way. Lots of daisies and Queen Anne's lace, and a variety of others are starting to come. We got a lot of foxgloves that come up in the more shady areas, the more cool areas down the hill. But the rest of it, especially behind the house, I tried to water it and it doesn't work. And so got to come up with some other ideas. I want to create areas. Whoa, that got really dark. I want to create areas where people can come and sit. So bench areas, seating areas. I don't want it to be just during the summer that people. I don't know why it's getting dark like that. I want to create a place even in the more rainy, the cooler seasons where they can go and sit, not just in the cabin, which is cozy in itself, but little sheltered areas. I'm sorry, I don't know why it keeps doing this. Sheltered areas where they can come in and get out of the rain, have a little bit of warmth. Maybe even put little tiny wood stoves in several little outbuildings. There's some spots over in the trees that we thought it'd be cool to have another, maybe a tiny house set up, so that more than one groups can come and stay here at a time. Um, yeah, lots of ideas. And so I'm going to take the opportunity over the next couple years to start implementing some of these things and trying some of these things out. Don't really know what I'm doing or how to do it, but I want to try it. I want to try it and do it such a way that it fits in with the nature here, enhances it. I want to take the features that this property has, like it gets a lot of water in the fall and in the spring. I want to be able to use that. The river, the creek down at the bottom of the hill deposits a lot of sticks and logs every year after the winter storms come. I want to be able to salvage some of those and use some of that. There's some dead trees and some other trees on here that I would like to be able to utilize, either to cut down for the dead ones, or I don't know. I don't know what I want to do exactly. Build a tree house, that would be fun. Build a big rope swing or off of one of the trees. There's different areas of the property, like up here is flat and more exposed to the sun. Down the hill a little bit, there's a flat area that's almost always shaded in more of a grand forest type setting. We get a seasonal creek up here in the fall, winter, spring. It'd be fun to utilize that a little bit more. I know we have lots and lots and lots of birds. I catch them all the time on my bird app for their sounds. I'd like to set up ways that they could be seen more often. Maybe put more bird houses in, maybe put bird feeders in. I know we've got chipmunks and probably other critters. I know we've got lizards. And so to create habitats that people can also see would be a desire that I would have. And hopefully people will find this channel and they'll start to watch it and they'll start to follow along, and you can give ideas for things that we could try, or when I run into problems, which I know I will, that you'll give ideas and suggestions. We'll take tours of the property as time goes by. Also, this is an Airbnb. And hopefully that as people watch it, they'll say, oh man, we're coming to Oregon, or we'd like to see Oregon or the Oregon coast. Maybe we'll stop in and stay at Caleb's place. I don't know. This is all a grand experiment at this point in time, the whole YouTube thing. Also just trying things out for the fun of trying it out. I want to build some water features. My wife built one in the backyard of our house. She wants to build another one. We both really like water. We have the opportunity we have space out here. And so to build maybe different types of ponds, some a little bit bigger, some a little bit deeper, some a little bit shallower, see what kind of animals they attract. We can get cameras set up around. I know there is more to this property that we can enjoy and that others can enjoy. And the goal is just to try to figure out all that we can do with it. And I don't know how fast I'm going to be able to work on it. People stay here a lot through the summer. As the fall goes by, mostly it's weekends, so I can come here during the week and work. It's about 45 minutes from where we live. I would like to look into possibly, instead of trying to do, especially in this back area here where the grass doesn't grow, I'd like to maybe look into getting native flower seeds, native seeds, and just kind of scatter them around. I'd like to look into building nicer fire pit areas that people can congregate around. I'd like to look into building some structures that have some shade structures so that people can sit outside for extended periods of time, enjoy the sounds of the wind and the water and the birds. I guess really I'd like it to be more like a retreat center than just a place to come and spend the night while people are off doing other things. I want people to come here and take a breath. That was what attracted it to me the most, I think. Well, maybe not the most, but I came here and I was working here pretty much every day for about 6 months. And I would work in the cabin mostly, and I'd clear the property, and then I'd stop and I'd go and I'd wander the property. And it was fun to just discover what was on the property. And it's quiet here. Sometimes you hear neighbors, sometimes you hear dogs barking, but for the most part, it's very, very quiet. And and the opportunity to see and hear different birds, and the opportunity we get turkeys, and just the opportunity to take a deep breath, to get away from normal life, the hecticness of normal life, and just pause for a little bit and relax for a little bit. And so I want to build relaxing places for people to be. Later on, I'll show you the cabin more, and we've done a lot of that. We took just a regular, boring, dark, dirty, just a double wide manufactured home, and we've turned it into something that I think is very comfortable, very cozy, very cabin-esque. Right now it's just got 2 bedrooms. I think we'd like to build some kind of a out 3rd bedroom, maybe just as much as like a glamping tent, so that there's an additional place that people can sleep. Yeah, so this is it. This is our property at Rock Creek. If you find me somehow, which I don't know how you'll find me on YouTube, if you have found me and you've watched, I encourage you to follow along, participate, interact. I have no idea. I tried to do a YouTube channel 7 years ago, 8, 9 years ago. So I don't know how this is going to go, but I encourage you to participate, comment, give me your thoughts, give me your ideas. If you're going to be coming to Oregon, let me know. I'm excited for the opportunities that the next few months and years have. I encourage you to join along and follow us in our progress. Thanks for watching.